Never again. Last Friday, January 27th, was the 78th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz concentration camp. It seems so long ago, yet it wasn't. We all have personal stories that make the Holocaust very real to us. I have a couple I'd like to share. The 50th anniversary of the liberation was 1995. I found myself in Stuttgart, Germany, negotiating with a small software company, Herzl-Ner Software. Talks weren't starting until Monday, so I had free time Sunday morning. Being in a nice suburb, I decided to take a relaxing walk down a very charming cobblestone street. The streets were empty except for a few elderly couples strolling to church. I looked at each of these well-dressed, pleasant-looking people and realized that in the 1940s, they were very likely in the Hitler Youth or Guards or the Gestapo or hopefully just members of the Nazi Party or soldiers in the Nazi Army. It didn't really matter to me. I became totally unnerved. 50 plus years earlier, I wouldn't be leisurely walking these streets. I would most likely have been dragged out of my home, stripped of my possessions, herded onto a cattle car, and shipped off to a concentration camp, where I most likely would have been murdered. I had to get off these streets. I wanted to get back to the safety of the United States as quickly as possible, a luxury our families and fellow Jews didn't have. The second is one to which most of us can relate. About 15 years ago, my older brother Rob and our cousin decided to put together a family tree starting with my mother's parents, Sal and Pearl Scheer, who were from the Ukraine and Austria respectively. Like many Jews, they left the old country in the early 1910s. They met and married in Chicago in 1918. The family tree from these two individuals exceeds 300 people today. We 300 were lucky. Sal and Pearl had the courage, foresight, family support, and the luck to successfully leave Europe and start a new life. Pearl's entire family, the Kramer family, her parents and 6 brothers and sisters, all migrated to the U.S. during that time. Besides the large extended family of Sal and Pearl of over 300 people, the other Kramers have their own large extended families with successful professionals spread throughout the world. But then I look at the family tree on Sal's side. There's Malka and Aaron, 2 of Sal's siblings, who migrated with Sal to the U.S. Then there's the box that just says 9 deceased, the 9 other brothers and sisters of Sal, along with his parents, Abe and Goldie, who were slaughtered in the Holocaust. Unfortunately and ironically, the 9 brothers and sisters are just a number. We don't even have their names. I think about these stories on Holocaust Remembrance Day and other times throughout the year. I think about the families that never had the opportunity to grow to 300 plus people from a single married couple. Each of us has our own stories, some with joy and many with sadness, incredible journeys, tragic tales, and mysteries. These are the stories we must continue to pass down through our children and other family members. With the rise in anti-Semitism in the U.S. and across the globe, being proactive becomes even more important. This is why we have a day every year to remember. Never forget, never let others forget, never again.